G'day, punters. Welcome to the GreatTipOff.com YouTube page. And, it's Cox Plate Eve, and who better to get on, have a chat with how the track will play, maybe get some winners and some best bets across the week, and welcome in Mark Hunter. Good morning to you, Mark.
Morning, Mick. Morning, all.
It's a race that I think most punters can't wait. We anticipate every year, Weight for Age Championship of Australia. And look, some have said probably not the best version of the race, the Cox Plate this year. I think it's a cracking addition. I can't wait. What do you make of it comparatively to other years, Mark?
Well, look, you wish we had the horses that have been going around Sydney last weekend just to make it a good 14 horse, bit more depth field, but
Yep.
pretty hard to get a better horse than Via Sistina, and they're all trying to knock her off.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, you're spot on. Maybe maybe another 3-year-old in the mix observer or something like that might have made it a bit more interesting in an international horse. But sometimes these are the races, Mark, that you think, oh, we go here, we don't have a huge expectation, and then next minute at the 1,000 meters, you might see an Aliana, an Antino, a Via Sistina, three of them going, 3 or 4 wide around the valley, and sparks might fly. So, interested to hear your speed map and how you see it unfold. We're going to cover off. We're going to get a best bet for this card. We might even get a Friday night best bet off you as well, Mark. But we chatted yesterday just quickly. You walked the track there at the Valley, and you suggested you've probably never seen it better.
I reckon it's outstanding. Like, I've walked a lot of Moonee Valley tracks the last 4 or 5 years and seen it when it's been hopeless, seen it when there's a huge bias. I think it looks absolutely sensational. The best I've ever seen. It's beautiful cover of grass. I couldn't find a bias unless maybe it's chopped out by Saturday after the Friday night meeting, but I couldn't find a bias for the Friday night meeting. It's a genuine good four, plenty of give in it. It just looks sensational.
Globe, of course, has come out of the race, which has taken the nominated leader, you could call, from the race. The way I see this speed map here, Light Infantry Man and Treasure the Moment are probably the only two possible horses that would take it up. Would you see it similarly, and give us your map for the race?
Yeah, I don't think Treasure the Moment can afford to be caught behind Light Infantry Man. So if that horse crossed Treasure the Moment, he's got to come off the fence, I would think, because at some stage you would reckon Blake Shin's going to make a move and the swarm's going to come. And I think the last place you want to be caught is behind Light Infantry Man. So I'm thinking D-Lane will hold the top on Treasure the Moment. If I was him, I would do that. The only horse I would hand up to would be Antino. They'll go steady until Antino takes off. Whether McDonald goes with him depends what time of the race Shin takes off. So a lot to unfold. I think Treasure the Moment will be in front going past the post the first time.
Okay, beautiful. So Mark's got Treasure the Moment there, and you think that Ethan Brown will be positive Light Infantry Man and look to sit maybe outside leader for that horse?
Well, Oleana's the other one. If Oleana flies the start like it did at Flemington, it's had 3 starts back from a spell. It's missed the start twice. It flew the start at Flemington, got across Golden Path, got across Half Yours. If it jumped well, it may end up being the first one across outside lead, but you'd think Light Infantry Man's got no choice but to press on and get up there somewhere, probably outside leader.
Yeah, and we have seen Kieran Maher and give permission to Ethan Brown to be brave in the past, and we saw it with Jimmy Starr, albeit completely different races. But we know the stable likes to show some intent. So we've got a leader in Treasure of the Moment. We've got outside leader Light Infantry Man. I found it interesting, Mark, that they opted to draw to take barrier 8, which has now come into 7. Alien, when they had the option to pick up barrier 1 there, just the way the Cox Plate draw is done, where you can choose your own gator. I would have thought barrier 1 would have offered them an opportunity to sit more positive, and from that yard, they tend to go back. So probably the only real query is Aliana, but you're suspecting they might go forward on her.
Well, probably the fact she got caught on the inside, got out sprinted over 2,000 at Flemington.
Yeah.
Like, she just jumped too fast. She ended up in a shocking spot for her. She couldn't pick up and sprint. So I guess their theory is she's got to build her momentum and build her revs to be able to produce her top the last 400 metres. And if she's drawn barrier 1 and dictated to, she can't really do that. So I guess that's why they've gone for the wider barrier there.
Yeah, good. That's really good insight and good to hear. I'm sure the punters out there were asking similar questions to me because it was a little bit of a mind boggle, but that's great insight there from Mark. Righto, 2 more questions before we get a tip. If at the 800 metres Blake Shin hasn't pressed the button, which seems unlikely, but if he hasn't, does J Mac hit the button and go?
He's got to make it a staying test. He can't be out sprinted. She's a fantastic stayer, as we saw in last year's Cox Plate. Like, if that race went for another, I know they went fast, but if that went for another 200 metres, she would have won by 15 lengths. So he's got to get out and just prove that she's the best horse. As soon as they come around that top bend, he'll be sitting three wide, so nothing whips around him, and he'll just build her into the race. And I'm sure he'll just say, okay, let's see if you're as good as Via Sistina. We'll make this a real test. So it's going to be on a fair way out.
Fair way out. My next question would be naturally, at what point do you see them engaging in pouring some pressure on? Would it be, is 1,200 metres too early, 1,000 metres more likely?
No, look, I'm trying to work out when Blake Shin goes because Antino's always slow out. So in my mind, Antino's settling last or back with Aliana if she goes back. Now, he's got to work out when to go. He can't leave it too long, or J-Mac will go with him. So as soon as they steady up front, and if Treasure of the Moment's lead, they're not going hard. So as soon as they steady up front, Blake Shin will be itching to go. And when he goes, he's got to go properly. He's got to take control of the race in front. So I wouldn't be shocked if that was as far out as the 1,200. I wouldn't be shocked if it was 1,000. He can't leave it too long, or Via Sistina is going to go with him and be too strong, I would think.
Yeah, there you go. Top four for the 2025 Cox Plate, Mark Hunter.
I'd go Via Sistina to win, so 6 to beat, 8 Aliana for second, 2 Antino for third, and I'll put the 3-year-old Nepotism in for fourth.
Did give him much of a hope. We haven't talked about him at all. 49.5 kilos. Obviously, the weights help. He was, wouldn't say luckless. You make your own luck, and he doesn't really have the tactical versatility in the Guineas to land closer, but he might be able to do it here. Do you give him a blowout chance, or do you think he's just a genuine chance of filling in those exotic sort of positions?
Well, I don't know if he can beat Via Sistina. I don't know if he's good enough to beat a horse like Via Sistina. I think he was given no hope in the Caulfield Guineas. He just got completely lost and rode the rails and had no chance of winning. I think they're drawn barrier 3. Their natural plan would be to go forward. But what does he do at the 800 when the wave comes? Does he hook out and go with them? If he doesn't, he's going to get left behind. And if that's the case, is he good enough to hold out and beat a Via Sistina that way? Probably not. I think he'll run well, but I don't know if he can beat the big guns.
Beautiful. Love that. There it is. Cox Plate 2025. Mark Hunter's top 4 selections. Can you give us a best bet for tonight, Friday night, and then a best bet for Saturday?
So I think tonight, there are 2 good bets. Race 3, number 5, Amleto, and race 5, number 11, Fieldello. I think they'll both win. They're not great odds. Amleto's ready to win after 2 back, and Fieldello's trialled enormous. And again, not great odds tomorrow. I thought Salty Pearl would win race 4 if it runs to its 1,000 guineas run, and I thought Via Sistina would win. So I haven't set the world on fire with those tips, but that's about the best I can come up with.
That's all right, as long as they win. If you want to get Mark Hunter's full set of tips, it's easy. You go to thegreattipoff.com, you search Mark Hunter, you get the premium package. It'll all be there for you, Mark, and you've been in good form of late, so make sure you do get involved with that, punters. Mark, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck for what's going to be a huge 2 days of racing at the Valley. No doubt you'll dominate, and we look forward to catching up with you soon. Thanks for your time, mate.